Hi, welcome to the 2023 Ultimate Rust Beginner's Guide. Rust is an open-world survival game with PvP elements. I will be showing you how to pick the right server, how to choose your base location, and what base I recommend that you build. In addition, I'll be giving you essential tips and showing you exactly what you need to know in order to progress and survive in Rust. Feel free to use the timestamps below to navigate the video. In the unforgiving world of Rust, where every decision can mean the difference between survival and losing everything, one of the most critical choices you'll make is selecting the right Rust server to call home. The server you choose sets the stage for your entire Rust experience. Choosing the right balance between server population and ping is extremely vital. Being new to Rust, the vast server count can be quite overwhelming at times. There are three types of servers to choose from: official, community, and modded. Official servers are servers hosted exclusively by Rust. All of these servers are vanilla. This is also where the most competitive players live. Community servers are similar to official servers, however they are hosted by the community with admins and staff being very active. They can hold rules such as solo only, duo only, trio only, and so on. Modded servers are where it gets very different. Modded servers are servers held by the community, however there are less staff and the loot tables are modded. For example, some servers are labeled as a 10-time server, so you will get 10 times the loot from almost every source. Being a new player, official and community servers can be quite daunting. So for today's video, we will be choosing a modded 2-time server. I recommend playing on a 2-time server while learning the game, for you will die a lot. You can also notice the age of the server underneath the server name. The server I will be going for is survivor.gg 2-times. The reason for this is that it has a high population count, low ping, and it just got wiped 7 hours ago. Upon loading into your Rust server, the first objective is for you to open up your map by holding G and zooming it out using your scroll wheel. From there, you can visualize your surroundings and spot out the monuments on the map. When picking a base location, you will want to pick an area with a mix of low tier, medium tier, and high tier monuments close by. The low tier monuments consist of the supermarkets, gas stations, abandoned cabins, mining outposts, lighthouses, and junkyards. Here is where you can find green keycards and low tier loot. Medium tier monuments include satellite dishes, sewer branches, harbors, domes, and ferry terminals. Here's where you can access blue keycards with green keycards and find medium tier loot. High tier monuments include launch sites, Arctic research bases, water treatment plants, train stations, airfields, missile silos, and military bases. Here is where you can access red keycards and high tier loot. Because of those factors, the base location I decided on was around L19 and M19 near Oxum's gas station, a low tier monument, satellite dish, a medium tier monument, and power plant, which is a higher tier monument I forgot to mention earlier. The second thing you want to do is to get off the beach as soon as possible. Beaches are breeding grounds for greedy nakeds who will stop at no cost to kill you. So pick up as many gatherables as you can while you make your way inland. The gatherables you want to look out for are hemp, wood, and stone. Make sure to hold down your Alt button to look around at your surroundings. You can skip out on mining nodes and hitting down trees for now. We'll get to that later. Like I said, dying is inevitable, so no matter what, get yourself back up and keep going. Once you've made it a good bit inwards, it may be a good idea to go ahead and hit down a tree. To hit down a tree, you get your rock and hit it on the X. Note that if you're picking up the gatherables, such as wood and stone, you may already have enough materials to craft a tool. Once you've made it far off the beach, it is vital that you make a sleeping bag and a bow and arrows for protection. To make a sleeping bag, you will need 30 cloth, which you get from picking up hemp, and to make a bow, you will need 50 cloth and 200 wood. The arrows themselves only cost a small amount of wood and stone. Once your sleeping bag is crafted, go ahead and place it down immediately. At this point, it would be a good idea to make some tools. If you don't have the materials already, you can use your rock to hit down a tree, and you can use your rock to break down a stone node by hitting the shiny part indicated on it. If you are near the area you'd like to build, go ahead and hit down a few nodes and trees. The reason I don't gather resources far away from where I want to build is that I don't want to be running long distances with a body full of loot. If you have valuable loot on yourself, never chase the enemy. It's never worth to chase someone and die because of it. Go ahead and place down another sleeping bag. Once you have finally made it to your build location, put down a sleeping bag and gather the last resources you'll need to make your base. To make your base, you'll need wood and stone. Around 3,000 wood and 5,000 stone should be enough. If you need to hit down multiple trees in the same area, a good tip is to hit each tree down until they're just about to fall down. You'll know they're about to fall down when they make this sound. Once you've gotten every single tree to this point, you can go ahead and chop them all down. The reason we do this is that when a tree falls in the game, you can hear it from a very long distance away. After this, we will make a tool cupboard, a building plan, and a hammer, along with a door and a key lock. Once everything is crafted, we can begin the makings of the base. Start by pulling out your building plan and holding right click to get the square foundation. You will put 2 square foundations side by side and then go to a triangle foundation and put one on one of the ends. After that, we will hold right click and get to the wall and put walls all around, as well as putting a door frame on the end of the triangle. And then upgrade all of the foundations and walls to stone. You can make your base into stone by grabbing your hammer, holding right click, and dragging it over the stone. Once the base is stone, go ahead and place your wooden door and place your key lock on the door by clicking it. Then you can pull out your building plan and choose the floor and put the floor on the roof. Once the floor is on the roof, then you can upgrade it to stone. After that, we will grab out our TC and put it as snugly into the corner as possible. In our case, we're living in the snow, so we need to do something to keep us warm. What you can do is make a campfire. You can make a campfire by using wood. Once the campfire is made, set it down, press E to access it, and press turn on. You can make a wooden box with wood and place that down wherever you'd like. You can rotate what you're placing down by pressing R. Now, you can craft another door and key lock and place it down. Craft another key lock and place it on your tool cupboard. Congratulations, you have now successfully built your first base. The next goal is to obtain a workbench tier 1 and a furnace. To craft a workbench, you need 50 scrap, 100 metal fragments, and 50 wood. Scrap is a currency in Rust. You get scrap by hitting barrels, looting crates, and recycling specific components. To find barrels and crates, it's ideal to go to a nearby road. Before we go on our scrap adventure, make sure you place a sleeping bag in your base. On your way to the roads, feel free to hit any nodes you may see. Once you get to the road, follow down it and hit any barrels and loot any crates you see. Near roads, be careful of scientists that stand near cars. After hitting barrels for a long time, you may notice you have a lot of components. At this point, it would be a good idea to recycle them. Going to your nearby low-tier monument, such as Oxum's gas station, is a great place to recycle. However, coming here can be dangerous. Using stealth and not deliberately chasing your opponents is the best way to win fights. With hitting my opponent low, it gave me a perfect opportunity to recycle my components. Finding a green keycard and a supply signal meant I needed to get out of there. Being low health and very loaded, I rushed back to my base. It's important in times like this to get out when you're ahead. Being a solo, you do not want to get caught out. Now that we've acquired the necessary scrap to create a workbench, now we need to kill an animal to get animal fat. On our way, we find metal ore, which we will use for later. On our way to find an animal, we got lucky and found a revolver in a crate. Finally finding an animal, I shot it down and harvested it. With the animal fat that I acquired, I can now make low-grade fuel with it. To make low-grade fuel, you need animal fat and cloth. With the new low-grade fuel that you've acquired, you can now make a furnace. A furnace takes 200 stones, 400 wood, and 50 low-grade fuel. Once placing down your furnace, you can grab metal ore and wood as fuel and place it inside your furnace. You can split the metal ore stack by dragging the icon shown here. After starting to smelt things in your furnace, go ahead and grab your scrap, your metal frags, and your wood, and craft a workbench tier 1. Once the workbench tier 1 is crafted, go ahead and place it down. With the metal that's smelted with your furnace, you can make a research table and a sheet metal door. A sheet metal door provides a lot of protection compared to the wooden door. To switch out your doors, hold E in the lock to unlock it, and hold E again to take the lock off. Then after that, open up your door and hold E to pick it up. Place down your research table to learn blueprints so you can craft items that you normally couldn't craft. To research an item, it takes scrap. For example, this revolver took 75 scrap to research. Finally, going over to the workbench, you can open it up. You can see how there's an abundance of blueprints. Each blueprint costs scrap to research. If you have scrap in your inventory, you can click on the blueprint and research it at your will. And just like that, you now have a solid start in Rust. You can now cook your food in a campfire in the comfort of your safe base. Moving forward in your wipe, all you need is more scrap to research new items. It is now up to you on how to advance. Do you farm the roads to find enough scrap to research new items? Or do you kill other players to research items you could have never imagined? I hope you enjoyed the video. If this was any helpful, please leave a like and subscribe for more. Peace.